Welcome back to my channel, Ever Roam Adventures and Lifestyle. Picture this, getting lost. It's the boogeyman that hides behind every slightly overgrown trail marker, right? Every hiker whispers about it. We pack our compasses we barely know how to use, download offline maps we forget to check, and tell ourselves, nah, that's for the other guys. The unprepared ones. Not me, the seasoned wilderness warrior. Armed with 3 types of artisanal trail mix. Famous last words, folks. Because today, I'm spilling the beans, or maybe the emergency electrolyte powder, about the time I well and truly donated my sense of direction to the mountain spirits on a remote peak in the Rockies. And let me tell you, it wasn't just scary. It was questioning all my life choices while contemplating if moss is edible scary. The day started like a hiking brochure cover shoot. Seriously. Sunshine dappling through the leaves, birds singing slightly off-key, but with enthusiasm. Air so crisp you wanted to bottle it. I was practically skipping. Okay, maybe not skipping. Had a pack on. Let's be realistic, but the vibe was high. Confidence. Through the roof. Preparedness level. Practically bordering on neurotic. I had snacks that had snacks, enough water to rehydrate a small desert village, and navigation gear that probably could have guided the Apollo missions. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, sweet, naive, past me. You adorable fool. Now, I'm still not entirely sure how it happened. Was I distracted by a particularly majestic squirrel? Did I briefly follow a sunbeam I mistook for the path? Did the trail itself just pull a sneaky Houdini? All I know is, 1 minute I'm humming along, feeling like a woodland hero. The next, this rock doesn't look familiar. Neither does that vaguely judgmental looking tree. Or that suspiciously steep drop-off to my left. The trail, my loyal companion, had vanished. Poof, gone like my phone signal, which, naturally, chose that exact moment to completely ghost me. Classic. First reaction, denial. Oh, this is just a little detour. An unexpected scenic route. Adventure. Second reaction, maybe 30 seconds later, mild panic disguised as determined backtracking. Except ... which way was back? Suddenly, every tree looked identical, like nature hit copy-paste a few too many times. My fancy GPS gizmo decided this was the perfect time to either take a nap or communicate exclusively in cryptic error messages. My compass, spinning like it was trying to win a break-dancing competition. The small, polite voice of whirring in my head cleared its throat and picked up a megaphone. And just when I thought things couldn't get more cinematic, the mountain decided to add dramatic effect. Enter the fog. Not just a little mist. Oh no. This was thick, pea soup, horror movie fog that rolled in like an unwelcome relative, swallowing the world whole. Visibility dropped to about 5 feet. Then the sun, that traitorous ball of gas, decided it had evening plans elsewhere and started dipping alarmingly fast. Oh, and did I mention it started raining? Not a gentle shower, but that cold, determined rain that seeps into your soul. My internal monologue went from okay, stay calm to something resembling a keyboard smash of pure, unadulterated oh crap. There was a point, folks, and I'm not even exaggerating for dramatic effect, where I was huddled under a rock overhang that offered about as much shelter as a wet napkin. It was dark, it was cold, I was soaked, and the only company I had was the sound of my own chattering teeth and the wind whispering things that sounded suspiciously like, should have stayed home and watched Netflix, buddy. That raw, primal fear. It's real. It tastes like mud and adrenaline. My brain started cycling through every survival show I ever have watched. Should I build a debris hut? Drink my own? Nope, definitely not doing that. Was this how my epic hiking saga ended? As a cautionary tale told around campfires, featuring some very questionable decision-making. I genuinely felt small, stupid, and incredibly alone. My stomach started composing angry poetry about the Cliff Bar I'd eaten hours ago. I don't know how long I sat there, oscillating between panic and numb resignation. But eventually, something clicked. Maybe it was sheer desperation, maybe a flicker of that misplaced hiker confidence returning, or maybe I just got really tired of being cold and miserable. I picked a direction, mostly downhill, seemed logical-ish, and just started moving. 1 foot in front of the other, fueled by the last dregs of adrenaline and the faint hope that downhill eventually leads somewhere. I probably looked like a mud-caked zombie shuffling through the mist. And then, after what felt like 3 lifetimes. Could it be a trail marker? Not just any trail marker, the most beautiful, glorious, heaven-sent piece of wood with faded paint I had ever laid eyes on. I think I actually hugged it. Might have kissed it. No regrets. Stumbling back onto that defined path, even in the dark and rain, felt like being reborn. The relief washed over me so hard I nearly fell over again. I practically crawled the last half-mile back to the trailhead, looking like something the cat dragged in, then dragged back out, then possibly buried for a bit. So, what did we learn, class? Well, firstly, mountains are beautiful, but they don't care about your fancy gear or your itinerary. Secondly, preparation is key, but humility is even more important. Thirdly, always pack extra everything, especially socks and common sense. And maybe learn to use that compass before you actually need it to save your soggy behind. That experience, it definitely left a mark. Now I carry enough backup navigation to guide a small fleet, and my pack weighs roughly the same as a baby elephant, just in case. Has the wilderness ever tried to personally humble you like this? Ever had a moment where you thought you might have to start naming the local rocks Wilson? Drop your own scary, or maybe just hilariously inconvenient, outdoor misadventures in the comments below. Let's swap war stories. Stay safe out there, respect the wild places, and maybe pack an extra Snickers bar. You never know. If you enjoyed hearing about my near-death by stupidity experience, hit that like button, and maybe subscribe for more hikes, which I promise I'll try to complete without needing a search party. Thanks for listening. Phew.